Who wants to answer this? Or if anybody knows the answer, you tell us why that's the answer.
I think that's normal because it's within the 20
So this is
decibel
normal.
mark.
Thank you. And what pattern is this?
It's flat.
It's a flat pattern, normal audiogram within the 20 decibel mark. See, very simple. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just trying to get that to move. Okay, how about this?
Sensorineural hearing, bilateral flat sensorineural.
Okay. Okay. So this is flat. That's number one because it's on a flat surface. So flat. Bilateral because if you check, both O and X are affected and the greater than and less than sign are affected. So it is bilateral. Now, it is sensorineural because we said sensorineural is when air and bone conduction are affected. So remember what air conduction is. Air is your X and O. And remember bone conduction, your greater than and less than sign. So we said when both of them, air, bone affected, and they are close to each other. If you check, they are very close to each other. There's no space between them. Or if they are on each other, this one is even actually on each other, then we say it is sensorineural. So this is flat bilateral sensory neural deafness. Is everybody with us? Does everybody understand? Is it easy? Okay. How about this, anybody? Any ideas of what this could be?
I think it's a mix.
If you look at it carefully, mixed, okay?
Conduction, hearing
So
loss.
if you look at it, yes.
Conduction.
Maybe someone wants to explain.
Conduction, hearing loss, bilateral.
Okay, so yeah. So the explanation is the key thing, not the answer. Who wants to explain? Why is it conduction? Hearing loss.
Both right and left.
So we said if only air.
Yeah, are below the 20 mark.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
So both left, right and yeah. So both right and left air. Is that what you said?
Yes, are below the 20 decibel mark.
I agree. So the both right and left air are between, where are they? How many decibel are they? Between what and what?
Between 60 to 70.
Correct. So this is air conduction. Both right and left air are deranged, so they are affected. How about bone?
Bone is normal.
Yeah, the person helping us continue. How about all this is bone? So and it's between the 20
bone
marks,
is normal.
so it's normal. And we say when only air is affected, what's the diagnosis?
Conductive hearing loss.
Conduction, hearing loss.
So this patient has a conductive hearing loss, but the diagnosis is not complete. Conductive hearing loss. So complete it for us. What type of pattern?
So, flat bilateral conductive hearing loss.
So this is flat and it is bilateral conductive hearing loss. And what's the severity? How bad is this guy?
Severe.
Moderately severe.
Moderately severe.
Moderately severe.
So this is, to complete it, this is a moderately severe flat bilateral conductive hearing loss. Complete diagnosis. This is what some people go to the specialist to pay for. So the technician does it, and the ENT specialist will charge them £50 and interpret their results and tell them what to do. What do we do? This patient requires hearing aid. Is it simple for everybody? Is everybody happy with this topic? Okay. Who wants to help with this? Yeah, go ahead.
Mixed hearing loss, bilateral.
Okay, explain.
The air condition,
So both
air, con-
Yeah, the
air
person that said mix, go
conduction
ahead.
is lower than the bone conduction, but they're both lower than 20 decibel.
Good. So where is air
It's
conduction?
it's
So
at
that I'm sure
80
you know
to
what you're saying.
90.
Where
80
between
to
what decibel?
90.
Correct. 80 to 90 is air. And is it bilateral or is just one side that is affected?
It's bilateral.
Bilateral air affected. And then I believe 40 to 50 is bone, correct?
It's both. Yes.
And it's bilateral. So what did you call the diagnosis? Now we know that bone and air are affected.
It's mixed because the air is more affected than the
Why is it
bone.
mixed? Correct. You
Air
can
is
see
more
the gap,
affected than bone.
15 decibel. Correct. And the gap is by 15 decibels. So this is a number to look out for in your exam, usually above 15 decibels. So give us the full diagnosis.
Flat, bilateral.
Forget
Oh,
about the
okay, sorry.
severity.
Mixed,
Flat,
flat, bilateral says, mixed hearing
flat,
loss.
bilateral, yes.
Do we say bilateral again or just say flat mixed hearing
Mixed.
loss?
Yeah, it's going to be bilateral because
Bilateral
it
mixed.
can be mixed hearing loss on the right. It can be mixed hearing loss on the
Okay,
left.
yes.
But this one is
Yes,
both
true.
right and left. So it's going to be a bilateral mixed hearing loss and
Mixed
it's a
hearing
flat
loss.
pattern. Well done.
Yes.
That is very good. How about this? Who wants to be the one to take the last one? Try. There's no harm in trial. And remember, if you don't get a question, it means that you will know that topic very well because you'll be inquisitive. Why didn't I get it? And you do better than people who got it the first time because they know it and they take some things for granted and probably fail it. But you have failed to know what to look out for. So it's always good to try.
I think this is also
bilateral mixed
loss.
sloping.
Mixed bilateral sloping hearing loss.
Good. So you guys have identified this as a sloping pattern, which is good. I love that because some people will say flat because all the others have been flat, but this is sloping. And then you can see the gap, 15 decibel or more. So you can use that to calculate. So between this is 10, 20, 30. There's 30. So there's a big gap. And this is air. And this is bone. So we know that this is mixed and it's both ears, so it's bilateral. So sloping bilateral mixed. I'll just put mixed hearing loss. I hope everybody got that one. Now, beyond this, in the exam, they can go a bit more technical for those writing the exam. So if you're ST1, if you know this good, with time, you can build up, but you see, there's no time. Apart from that, it's good to know it now. So if you're writing the exam, you should know it today. If you are not writing the exam, take some time. If you don't know it today, know it before the cohort ends. But you can know it just now. They can ask you to apply this knowledge. They can ask you directly, but remember the exam is the applied knowledge test. So they can say, apply this knowledge. So if they are saying apply this knowledge, you need to go beyond what we are doing. And going beyond what we are doing is being able to interpret some things. So who wants to go for this? Yep, go ahead. Similar to what you know. This is how it comes in the exam. They give you the key. Yes, go. Good.
Looks normal.
Normal ear condition.
Looks normal.
Still normal.
So who's talking? Yeah, who's talking? Someone should just give me their names. Or not their names, just say I'm talking. I'm talking, and then you go for it. I just want to engage you directly, whoever is going for it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't
Yeah.
worry about your name. Yes. So thank you. Go ahead. So what's the diagnosis?
I might call it it looks normal to me, but it's somehow mild sensorineuria because it's on the 20 decibel dots. I'll call it mild
So
sensorineural hearing.
when we have between, okay, that's Chigozie. Who else has another answer?
Can I try?
Go ahead.
Okay. I think he's normal. He's normal hearing.
Why do you think it's wrong? You need to explain.
Because both okay, so it's it's above the 20. It's 20 or above. Oh yeah, like
So we
so
said, if everybody remembers, we said between 0 to 20.
and
So
between
above
0
20,
to
so
20.
that would be 21 to 40,
Or
41
20 and
to
below,
55,
sorry.
like that. Yeah, so this one is on the 20 marks, and anything 20 and going upward like this is normal. It's normal. So this is a normal
Right.
hearing loss.
Okay,
But I can
I
see
was
why
thinking I got
someone
less
may be
than
worried. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I can see why someone may think, oh, yes, it's just sipping below. So for this patient, you wouldn't alarm them yet. What you can do is, if you are still worried, you can repeat in a month or in 3 months to see, as the audiogram changes, is it still within the 20 decibel or not? Otherwise, in an exam, this will be normal. So 20 decibel and upward. Okay. So this is how the audiogram will be in your exam, with the frequency there and the decibels on that side. And remember to check
Sorry,
the key. In this
is it
case,
saying 20
yeah.
decibel hearing loss? So there
Sorry,
is
say that
hearing
again.
loss. Is
So
it 20
the
decibel
answer here
hearing
is
loss?
normal. So
Okay.
there's no here. So that's the 20 decibel. So the answer here is normal, like we just said. So normal is 20 and anything sitting here. Okay. So just leave that one, follow what we are saying. It's normal for this patient because it's 20 and up there. Now, someone may be tempted to look at the X and the O. Does it really matter here? No, it doesn't, because it's normal. It's normal. So there's no need to look at that. Okay, let's look at another one. Who wants to try and tell us what this is?
I think it's
I'm talking.
sensorineural hearing loss. Got-
Okay.
I would say bilateral sloping.
Someone says sensory, someone says conduct.
I would say
Bilateral
bilateral sloping
conduction.
conductive hearing loss.
Good.
Conductive.
Okay. So someone says sensory neural, someone says, so why is it conductive? The person that will say conductive. So we said, for it to be conductive, only air is impaired. Only air is impaired. And if you look at this, it looks like what? The person saying conductive, tell us. Yes, go ahead.
So in
Or the
conductive, I
person
can
saying
see
sensory neural, tell us.
circles and
Yeah.
And regarding the bones, no brackets I can see. So this is given only the air conduction.
Yeah, so it's only the air conduction. So what would that diagnosis be if it's given only the air conduction?
Conductive
Conductive
hearing
hearing loss.
Conductive hearing loss.
Yeah, it'll be a conductive hearing loss. Okay, fine. So this is on its own without the other one, the other side, a conductive hearing loss. Assuming they have given us both sides, both the X and O, and is following this pattern, they are running on the same pattern, what will it be?
Bilateral.
So let me help you guys. So you can see here, there's that sign there going beside it like that. What's the new diagnosis?
Bilateral.
sensorineural. Neural.
Yes, but that's not a complete diagnosis. If you complete that
Is there
diagnosis,
sloping
Bilateral
It's a bilateral.
sloping hearing loss.
yes, it becomes bilateral sensorineural hearing loss. That's correct. So we'll work with that. So this patient has, from what I've added, has bilateral sensorineural hearing loss. What pattern, if they ask you to give a diagnosis in terms of a condition, what pattern does this fit into? Does anybody know? We're going to do that in ENT. But option A is earwax. Option B, otosclerosis. Option C, noise induced. Option D, BPPV. And option E is medication, e.g. gentamicin. Which one would you choose and why?
Noise induced.
C.
Noise
C.
induced. Noise induced.
Noise.
Someone saying noise induced. Okay. Why?
Because it tends to affect the higher decibels, higher frequency, sorry, not decibel. So the
No, it's E, I think.
Excellent. Because someone would, so there are two reasons here, but the second reason is not a very good one. Your reason is the best. So for noise induced, by the time we do ENT, you will notice that the range of frequency is usually between 3,500 to 7,500 decibels. It can go as low as 3,000 and as high as 8,000 decibels. If you see where this patient started to get affected from, it's around the 3,000 mark decibel. And if you see where it hits and started to come back up, or is getting towards normal, it's around the 8,000 decibel. For us to say that it's only affected between this decibel, this is noise induced. So this is applying the topics which we are going to teach in ENT to the audiogram. And this can be what the exam will present to you. So this is a noise-induced hearing loss. But what's the other reason why this is noise-induced from the list of options that we have? Anybody knows?
I think earwax will give us conductive hearing loss.
Conductive.
Otosclerosis will give us conductive. So
okay.
Yeah,
BPPV
otosclerosis is also conductive.
No hearing
BPPV
loss
will
in
give us
BPPV.
sensory neural hearing loss, but more in elderly, but might not give us high frequency. Medication induced will
So
give
it may
us
not fall in.
more of
Okay.
So elimination
Okay.
is more of noise induced.
So if you eliminate some of the answers here will not even make sense at all. Earwax conductive, otosclerosis conductive. So some of them will not give you. So you can easily kick them out and say, no, it's not. It is between these ones. Right. So the best answer is using the frequency here. So with what we've drawn, this patient will have noise-induced hearing loss and it's bilateral. Both ears are affected. Okay, let's see another one. Who wants to help with this one? Again, what I'll do is to put the less than and greater than sign just to complete it. We usually leave that out so that we can always change the diagnosis. But for this, I'll put this. What's the diagnosis here?
Bilateral slopy sensorineural hearing loss.
Excellent. So this is a bilateral sloping sensorineural hearing loss. With this pattern, what condition or list of conditions can it fit into if this patient is 65 years old?
Presbycusis.
Acoustic
Uh,
neuroma.
This is
Presbycusis.
presbycusis. Well done.
presbycusis.
Presbycusis. The person that said presbycusis, well done. If you do not know it's presbycusis, once we do ENT, you will automatically know. You will say, oh, I see. So without the age, many people may know this is presbycusis because of the pattern. However, sometimes with the pattern, some people may still struggle. By the time they hear the age and they know it's sensorineural hearing loss, it can be nothing else from your options other than presbycusis. Right. So bilateral sensorineural hearing loss, patient has presbycusis. How about this patient? Let me draw this. Now the question says this patient's neighbor had phoned the police because his TV is too loud and is disturbing him. He can't sleep. This patient also, from his history, he has phoned the police himself to say scammers are always phoning him. Each time he picks up the phone, they say nothing. They don't say anything over the other side of the phone. So he's worried and his neighbor is worried. What's the diagnosis? Anybody bold enough to try? Anybody wants to try?
Still sensory. Could it be acoustic neuroma? Sorry.
Okay. So you start by interpreting the audiogram. So what's the
All right.
interpretation of the audiogram?
Bilateral sloping sensory neural hearing loss.
So this
Bilateral
is bilateral
sloping
sloping sensorineural hearing loss. Yeah, correct. So if this is bilateral sloping sensorineural hearing loss, you should be able to eliminate a list of conditions which are going to be conductive. Now, among the sensorineural conditions, which one will a patient say people will phone me and say nothing? Actually, they are talking, but he's not hearing, you see? Or which one will he have to turn the TV loudly among the bilateral sensorineural hearing loss? Who knows?
high frequency hearing
Okay.
loss.
Yeah. So high frequency, what's the diagnosis? So we've established that this is bilateral sensorineural hearing loss. So with this history, what can present with this history? Right. Okay. So it's still presbycusis. See, can come in different forms. So I put the age 65. You guys knew it, but the history is also important. So these are some of the things that this patient may talk to you about. So bilateral sensorineural hearing loss can come with these features. Okay, let's say a different topic now. All we need to know to get correct diagnosis is to finish ENT, which we'll do very soon. We'll cover the whole of ENT. We'll look at all the conductive hearing losses, look at the sensorineural ones. We'll talk a bit about mixed and we'll look at other high yield ENT conditions. Once you know that, because you already know the audiogram, you'll be able to apply it to your exam. So the answer in your exam can be earwax. The answer in your exam can be medication induced or ototoxicity from medication. It can be anything, but once you know how to interpret, by the time we have done with ENT, you should be ready to tackle the questions in your exam, and you should be able to display knowledge in your GP practices when you see audiogram.
AKT exams, done and dusted. Welcome to the season of love. She asked her friend, "What's all the happiness about?" "Oh dear, the last exam. It was easy peasy," he responded. He asked, "Wondering how I passed so easily?" Simple. I joined Easy Learn Academy, and that was it. These are the benefits? Oh, they're endless. Easy notes, clear, concise, and exam-focused. Recorded lectures. Learn at your own pace, anytime, anywhere. Group presentations. Boost your confidence and understanding. Drill sessions. Face real exam questions and master every topic. Subspecialty lectures. Get expert guidance on tough areas. And guess what? Learning is even easier with the EasyMate app. Download it now on the Play Store or visit our website. He added, "Success is just one step away. Join the winning team today. Easy Learn Academy. Learn smart.